Band that I love, that everyone else hates. Love might be pushing it, and I could get lynched for this answer, but I've always quite liked Nickelback. Oh, I said it. Right. I get that they're cheesy. I get that. Yeah, I've just got text. There's songs that they release on the radio, the rock stars, How You Remind Me, the cheesy shit. But some of their album stuff, yeah, there's a lot of fillers on their albums. But some of the stuff on their Dark Horse album were dirty, nasty riffs that I actually really enjoyed. But I realised that you're not really allowed to admit that you like Nickelback. So if this gets edited to avoid all talk of Nickelback, I'm fine with that.
There's quite a few obscure bands that I really like that not very many other people do. One of them is a drone metal band, or everybody will laugh at me now because I play them. Sun. I fucking love them to bits. And I think it's because I'm probably slightly autistic and I like listening to how the sounds all work together. And every time somebody comes around my house and says, oh, let's listen to this, and everybody else is just like, fuck is this shit? And it's just, duh! But I love it to bits. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so really, I'd say Sun above all other bands. I really like bluegrass. I don't think anybody likes bluegrass, and I love it. Don't know why.
Yes, I have just spilt beer down myself. I'm not even going to try and cover that up. So the band that I like, that everybody hates, is the same as Daryl's. It's Extreme. They're just so good. Nuno Betancourt's one of the greatest guitar players of his generation. And I remember seeing them at Monsters of Rock. And they were on a really heavy lineup with like Sepultura and Biohazard and Pantera. And they came on just before Aerosmith. And they got piss bottle to fuck for the entirety of their set. And they just ploughed on regardless. And I was there like 2 rows back, absolutely loving it. And there was a point where Nuno Betancourt stopped and played Midnight Express on the acoustic guitar. And for a brief moment, the entire 100,000 people at Donington stopped piss bottling the stage and just sat and listened to him play that. And then the rest of the band came on and the piss bottles and bog roll all started flying again. And I didn't give a fuck. I finished the end of that gig soaked in other people's piss, covered in sticky bog rolls, having just seen one of the greatest guitarists of his generation absolutely nail it.
I love Joy Division, absolutely adore them. Jay hates them. I love them. They, even though he's got a Joy Division t-shirt on right now. Is that mine, or did you get?
I wear it ironically.
Yeah, no, for me, Joy Division are fantastic. Lyrically, he just fucking owned. He'd take things that were ordinary and turn them into something that was out of the ordinary. Pete Hook's bass lines, so lyrical. And in fact, if I remember rightly, a lot of the Ian Curtis vocal lines came from the bass. He'd play something and be like, yeah, that, you know. And also the dynamic playing that Pete Hook has. I mean, he can play 2 notes like in Transmission. I mean, you listen to it on face value, it's just a couple of notes, just nothing. But you really dig in and real listen, get some headphones and listen. And he's moving around where he's hitting in the strings. He's going louder, he's going quieter, he's catching other strings. Everything he can do, every trick in the book to try and make these 2 notes something more. And it fucking works. And the energy he puts in as well, the energy that guy had was incredible. So yeah, love Joy Division. A lot of people don't. Another thing I quite enjoyed, I've only come across recently, was Lou Reed and Metallica. I can't even remember what it's called. It was like he did a load of poetry, spoken word stuff, kind of stuff, and Metallica just put these stuff behind it. And some of it was a bit sloppy, and the tones weren't fucking great, really, and things like that. But the whole thing itself, I really enjoyed. That.
And we're off.